Hi guys, it's Mike here from KS Bushcraft Down Under. So, the venerable Trangia. They basically come in three sizes. A T28, which is your ultralight and ultra fast. The 27 series, which is smaller than this. And this is the big boy, this is the 25. So the unfortunate thing with the 27 is it's really a one person cooker. And this one's really quite good for a couple of people. Now, they're a brilliant system, there's no moving parts, totally reliable, and as they call them, storm cookers, and they certainly are that. Now, for most hikers, like myself, we tend to rat out the Trangia burner and fit it into a stand like this Argus stand. Then I grab a small pot, and that's our ultralight system. So I have a Trangia burner with me. So I'm thinking, in base camp, wouldn't it be good if I could utilize some of my pots? So here's this one's a nice 1 litre pot. Fortunately it just slides in. Now I know this Trangia is not correctly assembled, it just fits in the camera better in this position. So looking at that, so it's almost a dead perfect fit, but in just a fraction too small. Can I make an adapter sit on there so I could run various little pots and that which aren't specifically designed? So you get the advantage of the Trangia windshield. Yeah, normally it would be in this position otherwise. And I could also use all those other pots that I have. So if I do have a windy day hiking, I can use the full Trangia system with just one pot, rather than carrying a so-called ultralight stove and a windscreen. So I looked online, and Trangia actually do make an adapter that sits in here. For some reason, for me in Western Australia, they want $46 odd plus another $15 for shipping. So I'm not spending $60 odd for a glorified trivet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make an adapter, and I think it'll be a good result. I really do. So anyway guys, if you want to follow me as I knock this out and see how it works, that's what's coming up. So looking at the larger of the two pots, there is an outer pot. It sits on it pretty neat. So around the outer edge is about the diameter I need. So I can transfer a measurement to a piece of cardboard, and that'll be my template. So I've got my sheet of cardboard. I reckon if I just whiz a line around here, I'll cut that out. There's the mark on the edge of the pot, so I've got a bit of wiggle room. So I might cut to the outside of this, the first cut, and then we'll have a test fit. Okay guys, I've cut out on the outside of my circle, and it's just a fraction big. So there are actually a raised ridge on that, so I'll recut to the inside of my circle line and try again. Okay guys, we're getting there with the disc, so that's a nice solid fit. 16 centimeters. Probably go down to 15 actually. So what I've done, I've marked with 25 meter the size of this stove. It's 3 legs. Now I do have a 27 series stove, and I'm wondering if I could make that fancy shape that Trangia has, and it would fit both stoves then. So this is the 27 series stove. I'll have to reduce my outer diameter to get it in there, that's for sure. So there's my stand there. Close. So we're going to need shorter, shorter, shorter. So that'll go on there. Okay guys, I've reduced my diameter to 15 centimeters. So still can't fall off this one, which is a good thing. And that gets me into the 27 series. And now I need to work out how I'm going to shape this to do both, because I need it to be sitting on this. Out there somewhere at the moment there's a young guy probably screaming that an old guy like me doesn't know anything about AutoCAD, which I don't. Anyway, we'll press on. So I've turned my discs so that the 25 pot stands are there. I've marked the 27 with a couple of lines. I'm going to notch them out with a Stanley knife and get this pressed down there. Then I can work out my my cut lines. Okay guys, so I've notched it here, so I know the depth to get my pan support in there like that. I could just make it like this. Now do I make a donut? Like that. Here with a hole cut in the middle here. Or do I shape this so from here to there? Thinking. Okay guys, just be thinking out loud. So this is back in the 25 series. So I've turned it so what we need is pan supports there, there and there. Maybe big enough so that if we get a little bit of movement it doesn't fall down like that. So if I was to make a cut line, trying to make it easy to fab, this would work, yeah, as it is. I'll just be requiring me to notch those out. And what to make this of. Mesh should be good if I can make it strong enough. It only needs to hold a pot of around 1 litre. So this would be the bare minimum. There's not much wiggle room if this pan support moves. So if I move this line out to here, that'll increase our wiggle room on that one. Or that one. what I may do, I may make a copy of this template and save that in case this goes pear-shaped. Okay, so there's my 27. So what I've done, I've pushed that line up. I'll go and Stanley knife this off, and I think we're getting there. Well guys, I think we're getting there. So there she is on the 27 on the short sides. It locks in just as we want. And on the 25 sits in there. So I haven't made my mind up about some lock-in notches. So there's nothing stopping that. You've got to twist it an awful lot really. There. So as long as you're only lifting on and off pots, I think should be pretty solid. So I get plenty of airflow on this one. So do I circle it? I should have marked the centre of my circle earlier. Oh, anyway, we'll press on to a prototype. So guys, I think I found my material in my scrap pile. I've got this stainless steel security mesh. It's usually quite awkward stuff to cut. So what I've done, I've sprayed it with some yellow paint so that I'll be able to see my Sharpie marker. Then we'll get into it with a grinder and see how it goes. Okay guys, that was easy enough. So the yellow paint's still a bit wet. So you can see my Sharpie outline. It's actually in there pretty solid. I was a bit worried about it moving. So I think that'll give good airflow. I mean, it's not as good as the shape of the Trangia pot, but for what we want, we'll find out if it works anyway. We'll do a burn test. So that's a win. And we'll turn it 90 degrees for this one. So this one fits in there. That's good. So we'll burn this paint off as it was plastic coated stainless steel wire anyway. But it's doing everything we want so far. Well guys, I'd call that a success. The little pot's boiling away quite nicely. It smoked a bit when it was burning the plastic off the security mesh. Of course the only downside is it's not easy to snuff out. But nor would be the Trangia one. So anyway, the only thing I haven't checked is will this pack away in both pot sets. It certainly drops into the 25, and I think it may fit in the 27, but it may need to sit under the pots. So anyway, I can see there's been a useful addition. Well guys, I think that worked out really well. It's taken me probably about half an hour without filming and quite a bit longer with filming. So there she is there, all burnt off. I'd recommend you burn it again. Well, mine was plastic coated, but gee, it's solid enough to hold a small pot. If I wanted a big pot, I'd use a Trangia pot. Looks a bit like Superman's chest, doesn't it? On the small Trangia, it pops in the top there, as long as you turn it around right. So no problems with packing. And on the big boy, it virtually falls in the pot, so you won't have any problems packing that either. So I think a job well done guys, and certainly a lot cheaper than what I can buy them for. Apparently in Europe you can buy them for 10 or 12 euros, but I can't get them here for that. Anyway guys, if you like the content I create, feel free to subscribe, it helps me out greatly, and we'll catch you next time.